watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. It's a DMV First Warn Day, our second in a row. This is a live look outside. The roads are clearing up a bit after the DMV saw several inches of snow yesterday for the first time in years. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us. Latest check on the forecast. And Damon, we've got another First Warn Day that's happening tomorrow. What can people expect as the week continues?
So, Mark, now at this point, the transition for us is going to be from the snow that has now pretty much come to an end into some very cold air that is going to start to work into the region here this afternoon. Here's a look, though, real quick, some of the snowfall totals after all of that precip came to an end. As of 9:46, we continue to get these official totals throughout the day from the National Weather Service. Reagan, the airports, the official climate site for D.C. recorded 4.1 inches then for D.C., the most snow we've had since 2 years ago to the day when we picked up a little over an inch here in the district. 4.4 inches at Dulles, 5.2 inches in Damascus. Reston hit that 5-inch mark as well. And then as you went off to the north and west, some locations were a little bit lower, but 3.5 inches of snow nonetheless in Frederick, Maryland. And throughout the morning, we've been watching as this precipitation, mainly the snowfall in particular, has come to an end. At this point, we still just have some very light flurries across the I-270 corridor. Closer to I-95, we have been dealing with some freezing drizzle that's made things a little bit slick out there on top of the snow that we picked up last night. But this precipitation, again, it's very light, and it will be wrapping up as we move forward here into the rest of the afternoon. But here's what's starting to pick up over the next several hours. The wind, it is going to start to turn breezy fast. We already have wind speeds of 10 to 20 miles per hour kicking out of the north and west, and these winds are going to usher in that extremely cold air we're going to start to see now for the next couple of days. We already have wind chill advisories in effect across the highest terrain west of I-81 along the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I expect these advisories to be expanded as we watch our temperatures and those wind chill values plummet through the rest of the day. We're at our warmest point right now, folks. We will be dropping out of the 30s into the 20s later this afternoon, and it gets even colder than that tonight. We'll let you know how low those wind chills will go and how long this cold sticks around coming up in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. The George Washington Memorial Parkway remains closed this afternoon because of the icy conditions. This impacts the northern section of the roadway in Virginia between the Beltway and Spout Run. It's unclear when the road will reopen to traffic. And the Virginia Department of Transportation says that it has deployed 2,000 trucks to treat roads. Low temperatures and freezing slush may make any morning commute a little more slippery.
Anything that's left over, even kind of any residual moisture on the roads, may freeze solid. Try to limit all non-essential travel. If you don't need to be out, just don't. Also, if you can maybe ask your boss to telework tomorrow, that would always be preferred.
Yeah, temperatures are expected to drop again tonight and tomorrow, and that could mean that many roads may need extended treatment. Well, with snow on the roads and freezing conditions, commuters are having a harder time on the roads. And Maryland State Police say they responded to 125 crashes on Monday. Meteorologist Scott Sumner has tips to keep you safe if you have to hit the roads.
Well, it's been a long time since we've seen some snow on the roadways and accumulating snow, so it takes a little while to get used to, and always that first snowy day can be an issue. So here's some snow safety tips out there. Accelerate and decelerate slowly, reduce your speed, and certainly don't stop when going up a hill, and also avoid locking up your brakes. Why do I say that? Because, well, it does matter quite dramatically. Here's some stopping times for both 35 miles an hour and I'll show you 50 mile an hour speeds. So at 35 miles an hour, assuming that you're driving that, on a dry road, it takes 3 to 4 seconds to go from that speed to stop. But on snowy conditions, it takes 5 to 8 seconds there, doubling your time. That's just at 35 miles an hour. What about at 50 miles an hour? Well, on a dry road, well, 4 to 7 seconds here, but on snowy conditions, 9 to 15 seconds, and even worse, up to 30 seconds if you're on some icy roads. So please take care of yourself and take care of the neighbors and drivers around you. Back to you.
Scott, thank you. Well, we're tracking several travel headaches this afternoon as the winter weather is forcing flight delays and cancellations. According to FlightAware, Reagan National Airport is already reporting 161 delays, 238 cancellations, the most of any local airport. BWI currently has 123 delays, 102 cancellations. At Dulles so far, 146 delays, 47 cancellations. Well, the National Zoo is shutting its doors once again because of the weather. This is the second day of closure, and officials have not announced when the zoo will reopen. And you can stay up to date on all the winter weather on our DC News Now weather app. Just scan the QR code on your screen to download it on your device. Well, developing now, Prince William County police are investigating a possible murder-suicide. Officials say this happened Sunday in a home on Cabin Road in Triangle, Virginia. Police believe a husband and wife, Nicholas Smith Withrow and Brittany Posey, were arguing. They say that the fight escalated and Withrow shot Posey before shooting himself. Police say the two were later found by family members who received concerning texts during the argument. Officials also say a 3-year-old girl was inside the home at the time. Police say that she was not hurt and placed in the custody of family members. Well, D.C. police are asking for help tracking down this man. They say that he's accused of setting another man on fire in Northwest D.C. The latest incident happened yesterday at the intersection of North Capitol Street and P Street. Police say that he poured a liquid on the victim and ignited it before running away. The victim is currently being treated for serious burns. In Washington County, Maryland, some recent electrical fires have the fire marshal asking families to be extra careful. The fire marshal says 2 recent house fires in Clear Springs and in Hancock can be traced to faulty wiring. They're warning families against overloading electrical outlets when using space heaters during these cold temperatures.
Smoke damage and some fire damage. I mean, all our smoke detectors are working, so it's a 100-some-year-old house. It just looked like the wire failed.
Fire marshals still trying to determine the cause of the deadly fire in Cascade last weekend. Officials say a toddler died in that fire. Happening now, so much needed funding coming to West Virginia communities fighting the opioid crisis. The money is from a nationwide settlement with drug makers and pharmacies. DC News Now's Stephen Cohen takes us to Morgan County, where a nonprofit says that it will use the money to help those battling addiction.
More than $1.5 million has been awarded to just one West Virginia county for opioid treatment and prevention.
It was a deal brokered by West Virginia's Attorney General in a lawsuit against major drug chains, and at a Berkeley Springs nonprofit called Hope House, the help can't get here soon enough.
You're coming down off of drugs, and that right there is hard. I mean, you know, just to watch folks, they go through so much pain.
Morgan County Commission President Sean Forney says allocating the funds will be a careful process to help law enforcement, treatment centers, and recovery programs. At Hope House, Patricia Asama is on the front lines.
They can bring them here 24 hours, 7 days a week. We take them in, and if we can't assist them, we find other avenues of assistance, whether it be rehab, hospital, whatever they need.
Localities will have broad discretion over the money, but the state auditor is playing a watchdog role to assure funds are being put to the most effective use through a system of checks and balances and oversight.
The more funds that are available, there's more programs that could be made available for people that's got substance abuse.
A top priority is funding for naloxone to reverse overdoses.
Statewide allocation of the funds is made through a nonprofit, the West Virginia First Foundation. Reporting from Berkeley Springs, Stephen Cohen, DC News Now.
All right, thank you very much, Stephen. Well, today's the last day to sign up for Virginia's new health insurance marketplace. You can apply through the state marketplace. The state exchange replaced the federal marketplace back in November, and it's seen a 12% increase in enrollment compared to last year. Despite that, Delegate Mark Sickles says that There's still work to be done to make sure that everyone in Virginia has health insurance, and you can sign up after the deadline if you have certain qualifying life events, and that includes having a child or losing your job. Hundreds of gun rights supporters in Virginia are calling for Democratic lawmakers to not restrict firearms. Yesterday was Lobby Day in Richmond. It's a day when interest groups from across the Commonwealth head to the Capitol to rally and meet with elected officials. There were big crowds at opposing rallies. One group came in support of stricter gun control legislation. The other group was calling for the protection of Second Amendment rights.
We're out here fighting for a right that needs to be defended. We are fighting for our fellow Virginians who want to be safe, who want to protect their families, and who will not give up their right to keep and bear arms to do so.
Just last year, my friends and I were huddled in the library for over 14 hours. We didn't know where the active shooter on our campus was. We didn't know if our friends were safe. We didn't know if we would make it through the night.
Right now, Democrats control the General Assembly, but Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin has veto power.